Here we go, Ben and 71287 back again. I got Eugene with me. And yeah, you are now looking at this. The Game Show Game collection of this year, and it's really we outdone ourselves for that. Oh, there is a lot of Game Show games. The ones that are not in will be mentioned. But the ones are in, that's gonna be a lot. So I'll start off with the NES, Game Boy, Super NES, N64, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Wii, DS, 3DS, Wii, no, not the Wii, Wii's over there, DS, 3DS, Wii U, Switch, CDI, Genesis, Game Gear, Sega CD, PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, 360, Xbox One, DVD, couple of DOS right behind me, DOS games, other PC games, you name it, holy shit. And it's like I said, it's really outdone this year. Holy crap. So here we go. Starting off with the NES games. So, Game Show games, here we go. Good off. Classic Concentration. Good one. That's another good one. Double Dare. Imagery been keeping the one of Double Dare going on his channel. Haven't fully won the obstacle course, but guess what? Managed to get all 8 flags within the time limit. Dead on. So there you go. Next up is Family Feud. Of course, based off that's the Family Feud. Of course, the one picture they are the actual 1988 Ray Combs' version of Family Feud was recorded in CBS Television City. Next up, based off from a hit Fox game show, Funhouse, with J.D. Roth as host. Hollywood Squares. Yes, and this is actually the second game show that's actually been cracked to 100 games at least. Holy crap. Lots of funny singers. We actually did this part of the birthday special we did earlier. No Carl wins, but hey, still doable. Jeopardy, which we've been managed to keep the original one. This is the second one of Jeopardy going on for the NES. Clues? Easy clues. Lots of fun. Jeopardy 25th anniversary. Of course, we still managed to keep the $1 million one of Jeopardy 25th anniversary. Jeopardy Junior Edition, in which we are actually keeping the one going of Jeopardy Junior for the NES. And also mention we now on a multi-million dollar one of Jeopardy Junior. clues on this is pretty easy. A lot of easy clues, in which we got two fun categories of Pinocchio and Peter Pan 4000. Fun memories. Next up, based off of another game show, this is NTV's Remote Control. There you go. Super Jeopardy! In which the clues, bit tricky, and if you get to the final win, $250,000. Next up, Wheel of Fortune for the NES, in which we are on a second one of Wheel of Fortune. No, pardon me, third one of Wheel for the NES. Second one, Wheel Family Edition for the NES. Categories, family based, so it's a puzzle. Rounds the same like the NES. So it's a junior edition, in which junior would be easier categories and puzzles. Prices is pretty much kit based, like a TV, VCR, trip to Walt Disney World, shopping spree, you name it. Next up, Wheel of Fortune featuring Vanna White. Not bad. Still currently doing the original one. And finally for the NES is Win, Lose, or Draw. And as you see pictured is the syndicated version with, of course, the great Vicki Lawrence. That's the hostess. So there you go. That's the NES for you. Now we'll probably have the NES cartridge to help me out. Cause now I can do hands-free of showing you all these. So next up, Game Boy games. So here we go. Next one is, if I can pull it out, adjust its brightness. Jeopardy for the Game Boy, which we've been keeping a good one of Jeopardy for the Game Boy. Oh, how about this? Much better. Jeopardy Platinum Edition, which we're keeping a good one of. Jeopardy Sports Edition, sports-based questions. Jeopardy Team Tournament, which we're still currently doing a one of. Haven't been playing that in a while. And you know it, you love it. Wheel of Fortune for the Game Boy, which we are still currently doing a really good one of Wheel of Fortune for the Game Boy. There it is. Next up, the Super NES, which I may have to keep swapping. Next up, Family Feud for the Super NES. Lots of fun. Next up, keeping the next one going, Jeopardy for the NES. Super NES, pardon me. I said close again, easy. A bit challenging on the clues. Jeopardy Deluxe Edition for the Super NES. Hold on that one. Next up, Jeopardy Sports Edition for the Super NES. Again, sports based questions just like the Game Boy. And we still had those funny moments. Fucking angle, eh? Yes, there we go. Jeopardy Sports. Funny moments with Putnam's diaper. Dr. Diaper. I was like, who's Dr. Diaper? And then Nick came back with, what did I miss? And then Dr. Diaper. Oh, God. Ain't that gonna be the start of a thing? I also start off with Sprite diarrhea as well. Next up is currently doing my next one, Wheel of Fortune for the Super NES. And on this version, you can win a boat, a car, jewelry, vacation, $25,000 in cash. There you go. I don't know how am I gonna hold both in. Both of these are actually Wheel of Fortune Deluxe Editions for the Super NES. One variant, the other variant. Both I'm on a third game one. Puzzles a bit longer. Prices the same. Anyhow, next up is the N64. And that is with, once again, Jeopardy. Which currently doing a really good one of Jeopardy for the N64. Again, categories could be hard, but a lot easy if you know the answers. I still currently do my good one of the original one of Wheel of Fortune for the N64. And the only bonus round prize is $25,000.
The only boner?
I said the only bonus.
That's not what you said the first time before you corrected yourself.
No, I said the only bonus. Because I was like, blah, 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 I can't even get bonus out. My tongue is so twisted. But yeah, the only bonus price is $25,000. Next up, the only one for the Game Boy Color, and it is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Second Edition. Of course, I also got the PS1 and the PC, which I will show you later on. Game Boy Advance games. Two of them I got. First one is Deal No Deal, in which I've actually won $1 million on it for the first time. On camera too, by the way. And Family Feud. took from the Richard Kahn version of Family Feud. The logo is from the John O'Hurley version, but the game, the board thing is from the Richard Kahn's version of Feud. Oh, and the only other Game Show games I don't got from the Game Boy Advance is actually on my SNES Classics. Is the Three Millionaires PAL versions, actually. And those three are the Australian version of Millionaire. Or, actually, they call it Hot Seat.
Yeah, Millionaire Hot Seat is now being replaced with a tipping point down under their rival in Australia.
Right. Next up. Yeah. The Wii. Here we go. I got. Are you smaller than a 5th grader? Back to school?
Based on the daily version from season 1.
Mm-hmm. Got. Are you smaller than a 5th grader? Game time? I also got Make the Grade, 5th grader, for the Wii. Of course, with Chad Foxworthy as host. Next up, I got Deal No Deal, with, of course, Howie Mandel. Now head judge of AGT. And now the spin-off series, Fantasy League.
And executive producer for Deal or No Deal, Island.
Oh, yeah. And of course, the 2011 Special Edition. I haven't been playing that in a while, but I'm keeping the one going. Next up, Family Feud 2010 Edition. 2012 edition, in which
got such a white Steve Harvey for the host that game.
Yeah, that. But if you win the survey round and whatnot, you get the actual clips from Steve Harvey's Family Feud. Steve's first season of host of Family Feud, by the way. Yeah, the naked grandma incident. Naked, huh? You can't believe that.
And now he's lasted longer than Richard Dawson at nearly 15.
Yep. So he is now holding that record. Next up, Family Feud Decades. We're picking up Dawson's Feud. The 4 settings. And one of them, those 4s are the 70s.
As well as host of the 80s, John O'Hurley for the 2000s. Based on that study, you know Richard Clark was host for it.
And Louis Anderson.
The only few hosts I had first.
Yep. Then you got Kahn, O'Hurley, and Al Harvey. They're the 3. Based off from a Hub's game show, Family Game Night for the game show. Now this is actually based off of the Hub's Family Game Night with Todd Newton as host. But now in this game it's Todd Newton as the announcer. Yeah. Next up, Hollywood Squares or H2 with Center Square celebrities Brad Garrett, Kathy Griffin, Jeffrey Tambor, and Martin Mull. And as host, Tom Bergeron. Oh, you want to say it?
The Alex Trebek stage at Sony Pictures Studios. This is Jeopardy!
Yep. Jeopardy for the Wii. I also got it for the DS, which I will show you the DS. Loads of fun. And we managed to really keep a really good streak and multi-million-dollar run going.
And fun fact, the British version of Jeopardy just finished with Stephen Fry as host.
Yep. Next up, Merv Griffin's Crossword. Oh. Which I was probably going to show you of. On the other game show games, I'm not including as ones with Wipeout. Even though Wipeout is a game show, but it's different.
Technically somewhat borderlining reality.
Yes. That, and I'm not including of reality shows like I got The Amazing Race, Dancing with the Stars, and whatnot. For all these in the collection, it has to be like game show based. So I forgot to mention about that. Has to be a game show. Has to be a game show. Next up is The $1 Million Pyramid. Was supposed to be The $1 Million Pyramid on CBS, but it got axed.
Yeah, I think that might have been budget reasons.
Yep. And the setting is from the Donny Osmond's Pyramid.
I think essentially Goat was once seen as a celebrity in a picture.
Right.
But he did compete on Strahan's Pyramid.
Right. Speaking of the celebrity, managed to win it with celebrity chef Guy Fieri. Caused lots of fun. I've actually got to the $1 Million Challenge, which you have to flip a coin just 1/4 to get into the tub for $1 million. Really, that's hard. But actually, for what it says, it's capable with the Wii Motion Plus, but actually, you could do well without it. And of course, with Chef Guy Fieri, we all know him from the Triple D's. Diner, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Next up, 2010's edition of Press Your Luck.
Although the set is more like the old school Tamarki era.
And the theme song to this, right, it's a pilot Press Your Luck, Tamarkin era. But on the PS3, it has the updated Tamarkin's PYL theme. there you go. Ow, ow. Got a cramp. Next up. Hey, it's the Price is Right for the Wii. Which we managed to keep the original one going and the ones for SNR.
And all of it is based on the Bob Barker era.
Mm-hmm. Image Reach as Reach. Showcase Master.
Master Moneymaker, yep.
Yep.
Thanks to that $80,000 show.
Oh yeah. Next one is the 2010 edition of The Price is Right.
Now set in the Drew Carey era.
Mm-hmm. With more games. And unlockable moments from the Drew Carey's first season as host of The Price is Right.
And maybe clips of the Bob Barker era, I don't remember much.
Some on Bob Barker's, but you got the Drew Carey's. Especially the teeth incident. Made poor Drew. Poor Drew cannot breathe after all that.
Oh yeah, there was also the time when he couldn't stop laughing when a woman kept screaming, going,
Oh yeah, because she had to pee so much.
because I remember one time when Drew was still was in his early years of hosting, he mentioned it and he couldn't stop laughing at that story.
Yeah. But I wish there would have been the one woman which made a boo-boo. It's a new up-by piano and it only shows the fridge. And it's I don't know if I'm gonna edit that or not. Oh, yes they are. Are they gonna edit? Well, they won't edit out this, which was on the wrong page. It says up-by piano, which was laughing. Oh man. Next up is The Price is Right Decades for we now on the second one of The Price is Right Decades. Next up is there we go. Wheel of Fortune for the Wii. In which we are still keeping a really good one of Wheel of Fortune for the Wii. Lots of fun. It was actually the only Wii version with Charlie O as the announcer before.
An untimely death, and they were promoting the Wii version at the time.
Yep.
I just can't believe that in a few months, Snap's going to be saying goodbye.
Oh yeah. And finally for the Wii, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
The Viera era.
Yep. Time version too. That is the Wii. Now next up is the DS. Oh boy. Oh shoot. There's also one game I forgot to grab out. And that is the Price of Luck 2010 for the DS. Which I'm still currently doing that one of.
Except the biggest value is $4,000 to spend on the Nintendo DS. On the Wii, it's $5,000.
Yep. Alright, and how much time I got on my